If you struggle to come up with a weekly meal plan, I got you covered. Today, I'm going to show you what I cook in a week for my family of 5. Now, some of the dinners were stretched for 2 or more weeks, making it easy on my budget. Cooking for my family keeps us out of the drive-thru and puts money in our pockets because we are not spending money unnecessarily on foods that we could cook at home. Because let me tell you, feeding 5 people, for us, it costs between $40 and $80 just to feed 5 of us. And that's just going to like McDonald's or Chick-fil-A. We easily spend up to about $60 at Chick-fil-A. And that's with reward points. McDonald's, that's with coupons. Yeah, we easily spend that much money. And if you think about it, that is a whole week's worth of groceries that we sit there and eat in one sitting. So cooking saves money and keeps us out of that drive-thru. Now let's jump right into the dinners that I cooked this week. Some will have Jordan's reviews, some won't. Jordan did have to work a couple of days this week.
The word today is job. J-O-B.
So the days that he did have to work, he's not in those videos, but for the most part, he is there and y'all will get to see Jordan. For the beef stew, I'm starting with seasoning my fresh, clean meat with salt and pepper. The reason why I chose to make beef stew today is because it is cold here in Texas, y'all. And what better way to keep warm than a nice bowl of soup? Beef stew lasts my family of 5 for about 2 weeks, meaning we'll eat it today and then I'll freeze a batch for us to eat again the next week. So that's one less meal that I have to worry about cooking during the week. And to be honest, it goes beyond that. I separate the soup into individual containers, so all my family has to do is grab one and eat it. There will be enough left over to eat next week, in addition to those random days where they just feel like eating soup. Right now, I'm searing the beef on all sides, and the purpose of searing it is to bring flavor out of the meat, basically caramelizing it. Searing also adds texture, but you can totally skip this step altogether. Now that I finished searing it, I'm going to cook it in beef broth. Y'all, beef stew is one of those comfort foods that takes me back to my childhood. I remember sitting by the fireplace with my bowl of soup, watching the Cosby Show, followed by A Different World. Now, those were the carefree days of slow living and simply enjoying being a kid. I've added 1 pack of the beef onion soup mix, and now I'm adding more beef broth because 1 container just wasn't enough. And I'm going to let this cook for 4 hours on low heat. It's been about 4 hours. I timed this perfectly because I am on my lunch break. I started cooking before my work day started and was hoping and praying that a surprise meeting didn't pop up on my calendar right when this meat was getting close to finished. Beef stew or any kind of soup is not something that you can throw together quickly. It takes hours of simmering on the stove or in your crock pot to get your meat nice and tender, but it's worth every bit of the time spent putting it all together. Back to the meat. I shredded this because it stretched farther than just chopping it into cubes, and it was much cheaper to get the roast instead of pre-chopped beef stew meat. This is how I save a few coins while making meals last longer for my family of 5. And to make this even more healthy, I've added lentils. Because I don't have the McCormick beef stew packet that I normally buy, I'm adding my own spices, starting with 2 teaspoons of cumin, 2 teaspoons of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of paprika, and a ½ teaspoon of coriander. I'll add salt and pepper to taste as it gets closer to being finished. And finally, I'm going to add 2 bay leaves. today I took the guesswork out of Taco Tuesday. Anytime I can cut corners and save time in the kitchen, I'm doing it. Normally I have several spices lined up to make my own taco seasoning, but today I'm using Taco Bell seasoning packet. We are doing old school soft and hard shell tacos. I normally meal prep my meat and season it on Sundays and place it in the freezer until I'm ready to use it, but today I'm cooking everything fresh. And yes, I am cooking on my lunch break. Now, when I'm making elaborate meals, I save those until after I get off work, but something like this that takes no time to put together, I'm getting it done on my lunch break. That way I have time to do other things when I get off work. So now I'm just waking up these corn tortillas by buttering them on one side and heating them up in the skillet. I've tried wrapping them up in wet paper towels and microwaving them. I've also tried placing them in the oven, but those methods didn't work for me, so that's why I'm doing it this way. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm assembling my soft tacos in layers, starting with queso, meat, and then the Taco Bell chipotle sauce, ending with a strip of sour cream. I started out with the intention of making soft shell tacos, but my middle son and his best friend texted and asked if I could make the burrito version. Me being the accommodating mom, I switched gears and made them into burritos. So this is one of those days where we turn into a family of 6. Their best friend comes over a couple of times during the week and it's usually dinner time by the time he gets here. So yeah, I'm cooking for 6 people today. So now I'm being efficient by layering multiple burritos at once, and then I'm going to place them all in the skillet. Placing them face down helps to seal the burritos so that when I flip them, they don't pop open. These are the veggies that I'm putting on my tacos because apparently I'm the only one who's eating hard shell tacos. I just had to have some type of vegetable to go along with them. Now, when it comes to side items, what do y'all cook when you make tacos? I'm always stumped when it comes to side items. I know you can do black beans, but how do you jazz up black beans? If y'all know any side item recipes, let me know down in the comment section. Now, this is the first batch, and I'm sure they are going to inhale these in 0.0 seconds.
Hello viewers, welcome to another episode of Jordan's Reviews. And today on a, why I say lovely Tuesday, we have, what are these, burritos, tacos?
Yeah, kind of like taquitos, burritos, they all the same to me.
Okay, taquitos, apparently they're I'm telling you, from a glass they look pretty delicious, so you know what I say.
I added your favorite sauce.
My
the
favorite
chipotle
sauce. That is my favorite. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Mixed with sour cream? Oh yeah. So I can see it right now. It's gonna be a good day.
Yeah.
So I mean, I could ramble on and on about like the texture. Of course, feels lovely. It looks delicious. So let me put that to the test. Magnifique! Amazing, okay. A whole bunch of flavors, all in the right place. 10 out of 10. No, I can't go lower than that. No, it's just 10 out of 10, bro.
10 out of 10, look at that.
10 out of 10. No, excuse me. I think that's Jordan's Reviews, yeah. That's this episode. Oh, excuse me though, I got a big bag. You want a big bag too? Where are you going? Go, let's go. Peace.
Today I'm making baked ziti, another quick and budget-friendly meal. I'm going to ground my pork sausage. You can use ground beef, ground turkey, ground chicken, whatever meat you like, you can use that for this baked ziti. I used the food processor to chop my onions, and I'm going to let them get almost translucent before I add my garlic. We all know that it doesn't take much to burn garlic, so that's why I add it last. But yeah, if you're looking for a budget-friendly dish, try making baked ziti. To me, it tastes like a cross between spaghetti and lasagna. Similar flavor profiles. Now, these pasta dishes will go a long way. Baked ziti is another dish that I cook that will last for 2 weeks. We'll eat as much as we can today, and then I'll freeze the rest in individual bowls so that all my family has to do is grab one and warm it up. I've recently started adding the cook time on these frozen dishes because they always ask how long to microwave something. I'm adding 3 cans of spaghetti sauce because the pasta sucks up a lot of it while it's baking, and no one wants dry pasta. So I'm very generous when it comes to the sauce. And if you're old school or was raised by old school parents or grandparents, then you already know to add water to that can, shake it up, and get as much of that sauce out of there as you can. Since I've been yapping, I've added a can of garlic and herb flavored diced tomatoes, 1 teaspoon of dried basil, 1 teaspoon of dried oregano, and 2 bay leaves. And I just let it simmer for 30 minutes, making sure that it absorbs the flavor from the bay leaves. Now, after 30 minutes, I tried to dig both of those bay leaves out. One of them did not want to come out, so I was like, well, let me just pour this pasta in here, stir it around, and sure enough, it popped up just like I knew it would. So now I'm digging the second bay leaf out. So this is where I will add seasonings like salt, pepper, and red pepper flakes. I know some people like to put sugar in their spaghetti or pasta or whatever it is they're cooking. So if you are one of those people, this is where you would add the sugar and you would add it to taste. So now I've added cheese, and I had a little bit of the Parmesan cheese, just a little bit. That's all that was left in that little jar, so I used all of it. I wish that I had more cheese because I love for my pasta to be cheesy. So I saved a majority of it to go on top. I did put a lot in the middle, but I saved the majority of it to go on top so that I can get that cheese pull, y'all. There is nothing like that cheese pull. Y'all, I learned my lesson. When something looks like it has the potential to overflow in the oven, I place it on a cookie sheet. After starting that fire in the oven the last time, I paid extra close attention to what goes in there. This is how my baked ziti turned out. It kind of looks like a pepperoni pizza for some reason, but it's nice, it's cheesy. So now it's time to make some homemade garlic bread using 30-cent bread that I got from the clearance section at Walmart.
Hello viewers, and welcome to another episode of Jordan's Reviews. And today, what we have here is what I believe is called baked ziti. This looks very exquisite. Like, I think it's just the little leaves on the top along with a whole bunch of seasoning, but this looks like what I would walk into a fancy restaurant and then just see. Like something on the menu or something. Maybe the food itself, but that's just me. It looks pretty exquisite, like very demure, if you will. So yeah, so obviously you just heard my appearance analysis. It looks pretty freaking good. It looks cheesy. I like cheese. And it looks very meaty and saucy. I like both of those. And what we have on the side here is a garlic bread.
Homemade.
Homemade garlic bread. Even better. So let's see. Without further ado, let's put this appearance to the test. I'm just going to tell you. I'm going to get a bit of leaf on there. I'm feeling healthy. Okay, here we go. The fork's having a hard time grabbing. Okay. Down the hatch.
That's a huge chunk. Don't get choked now.
So, you know that machine from Cloudy and a Chance of Meatballs? Like, I think the movie, this came from that because there's no way it should be tasting that delicious, that cheesy, that meaty, that everything. It's a solid 100 out of 10 from me. I'm talking, wow. Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Solid 10, 100 out of 10. If I had 100 fingers, I would put up 100 fingers. But you know, I think that would be pretty crazy. I think y'all would agree. It's delicious. I'm over here forgetting to eat the garlic bread.
Don't forget the garlic bread.
We can't forget the garlic bread. So let's take a good old little bite. That's so good! Had to hit my time for a second. Okay. That went from 100 to 200 out of 10.
Look at that. 200 out of 10.
Love it. No complaints. It's good. With all that being said, that's Jordan's reviews. Now, if you'll excuse the viewers, I gotta go big bag attack.
Uh-oh. Can't big back like that.
We're keeping that in there. We ain't gonna hit that out. We're gonna keep it right in there.
Yep.
Now I gotta wash this off too.
Get a whole new one.
A new one.
Yep, just go on and put it in there.
Alright. Okay. Like I was saying, big back attack.
having homemade burgers. I'm doing the knockoff McDonald's Big Mac, but with real grass-fed beef, not that fake meat that they use at McDonald's. To start, I season my meat with salt and pepper. I also use Worcestershire sauce. This gives the meat that extra flavor. Next, I'm going to portion out my patties by rolling the beef into balls and then flattening them out. Doing it this way lets me create enough patties to make double cheeseburgers or Big Macs in this case. Now, when it comes to certain meals, I do like to call myself a short order cook because my family all like different things. So I cook with a main meal in mind, but tweak it for those who have special requests. For instance, my son does not like the Big Mac sauce. So I'm going to cook the beef patties, the buns, everything the same. The only thing that I'm changing up is the sauce that I put on his burger. Jordan doesn't like vegetables on his burger, so he's gonna have a plain burger with the Big Mac sauce. And my husband and I, we like everything on our burgers, so when I make ours, I'm going to put everything on there. And my daughter does not eat beef. She does not eat burgers. She is going to have knockoff McDonald's chicken nuggets because she does not eat hamburgers. So now I'm just assembling the burgers. I know that the Big Mac has an extra bun in the middle, but we're not doing that today. I don't want to waste any bun, so I'll add lettuce in place of the extra bun. The boys will have double cheeseburgers, so their burger will be pretty quick to put together.
Welcome to another episode of Jordan's Reviews. Today, I think my brother was being Bob from Bob's Burgers because what we have here is a cheeseburger and a bunch of fries. Now, usually, I don't like fries or potatoes, but for my brother's fries, I will make an exception because that stuff be hidden for no reason at all. Any other place, absolutely not. No, I'm sorry. It's just not happening.
Not even McDonald's?
Not even McDonald's. Wow. No, your fries is too good. No, your fries are the only fries I think I'm willing to actually eat because it's just that dang delicious. Yeah, and with all that being said, we gonna take a bite. Now, firstly, I think I should go for the smaller thing first, the fries. So I'm just going to grab maybe 2 fries, so and so. I'm gonna grab this, take a little bite, give it a good old review.
It has a good crunch on it, doesn't it?
That's it. Okay, that's another thing I like. Normally I hate crunchy things, but for these fries, the crunch actually makes it very, like, I don't know what, it just adds, I guess, a good texture to eat. That's one thing I don't like about McDonald's fries. They're not very crunchy. It's actually like, I normally love soft things, but it is too soft. Like, it is potato soft, and that's the one thing I dislike. I don't like mashed potatoes or potatoes. Not from texture, but from taste. But I guess with that type of fries, I just don't like it all that well. But that's just a personal thing. It's probably delicious to most because I think everybody likes those fries, but all that being said, now, the burger. Let me stop stalling. Gotta take a look at this.
That's soft.
Double decker. What, we making Big Macs here? Okay. We're just gonna take a good old bite from. Oh, why not? Here. Delicious. Okay. Soft buns, I'm pretty sure soft patty too. I was able to bite that with pretty good ease. It didn't take too much. That was a big bite I took there. But it was all for the sake of getting a full analysis. And from what I can say, delicious. Stupendous. Bussin', as they say. So with all that being said, I give it a good 10 out of 10. Pretty good, well around. I love it.
10 out of 10, y'all.
And that's Jordan's reviews. We don't have utensils, so we won't be falling out like the last video. So I should be able to leave, thankfully, without any complications. So with all that being said, that's Jordan's reviews. 10 out of 10, that's the verdict. Peace.
Now, those are just some of the things that I cook in a week. Some days I do go all out like I do on Soul Food Sundays, but for the most part, I try to keep it simple. I do meal prep on Sundays to save time during the week. I also prepare all of my juices, my vegetables that I plan on eating, everything that I know that I'm going to eat that week. I plan it out and meal prep it on Sundays. For instance, like if I'm cooking spaghetti, I will cook my meat, add the onions, the sauce, everything that I need to add except for the pasta. I do all of that on Sundays, and then I'll freeze it, and when it's time to eat spaghetti, I just warm the meat up, cook my pasta, and there you go, we have spaghetti. But I do that on Sundays, like meal prep, just to save time during the week. Same for Taco Tuesday. Now in Taco Tuesday, I will cook my meat, add all of my taco seasoning, and then put it in the freezer, and then drag it out on Tuesday, warm it up, and make burritos or tacos or whatever dish we're going to eat that day. And as far as juicing, I do about 2 days worth of juicing, because anything past 2 days, that juice is not going to taste right. So I juice enough for 2 days, and then after that I go and juice more for the next 2 days. And I'm trying to do right, because most of the times I don't eat what I cook for them most times. And if I do eat what I cook for them, it's like a very small, tiny portion. I'm trying to do better about what I'm eating. I know y'all see all of the cakes and pies and all of that, and I do cook all of that on Sundays. But yeah, I'm trying to do better. Still gonna be cooking all the cakes and pies, but I don't have to eat all of the cakes and pies. But yeah, I'm trying to pay more attention to what I put in my body, trying to stay healthy, or trying to get healthy and stay healthy. But yeah, I'm trying to pay more attention to what I eat, and I'm trying to only eat when my body tells me to, and eat things that my body wants me to eat, like fruits and vegetables. I hope y'all enjoyed all of the meals that I made this week. What are y'all cooking? Let me know down in the comment section. What are y'all cooking today? I love reading all of the foods that y'all cook. But I do have a huge grocery haul coming soon. I do this once a year household stock up type grocery haul, where I just go out and buy a year's worth of household items. That way throughout the year I don't have to spend all of this extra money on things. Now if it's on sale, or I have a coupon, or if I know I can get it for free, then yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get it. But for the most part, I start at the beginning of the year and I stock up on household items. So I do have a huge grocery haul coming up, so stay tuned for that. And I do have Soul Food Sunday. I'm working on that for y'all. That's coming up too. I hadn't meal planned or prepped that one yet, but it's coming soon, so stay tuned for Soul Food Sunday. And I hope you all have an amazing day, and family, we will chit chat in the next one. Talk to you later. Bye.